Autism is no more a culture to be preserved and protected than lung cancer or brain tumor. Gary Mayerson, in his article Mischaracterizing the Misbehavior of Behaviorists, in the Schaefer Autism Report Special Edition, in Defense of Behavioral Treatment for Autism. Just substitute the word cancer for autism and any layperson could detect a slightly subversive note. Are there ethical issues associated with recovery from cancer? What is the economic implication of wide-scale attempts to recover people from cancer? It seems to me that these questions amount to little more than a call for ammunition against the rising demand for science-based, effective treatment, which at this moment in time happens to be anchored in the field of applied behavioral analysis. Yes, aiming for and achieving recovery from autism is expensive. So is chemotherapy. So is a lifetime of state-supported custodial care. Why would we not attempt to recover anyone from cancer or autism? No, we cannot guarantee cure or recovery for anyone. But is that sufficient reason to lower the bar? Do we start deciding how many people should have access to science-based treatments for cancer? Do we start deciding how many children should have access to ABA? Catherine Morris, Recovery, Debate Diminishes Opportunities. Association for Science in Autism Treatment, www.asatonline.org. Autism is worse than cancer in many ways because the person with autism has a normal lifespan. The problem is with you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, for the rest of your life. My wife and I expect to have responsibility for Adam until we die. We lose sleep over what will become of him after we are deceased. Our financial resources are depleted, so our ability to provide for him is limited. David, Standing Senate Committee on Social Affairs, Science and Technology, regarding the healthcare system in Canada. If my son had cancer instead of autism, I would move heaven and earth to get him chemotherapy. Why? Because that is the best treatment so far. I also heard that tomato juice is good in fighting cancer and much cheaper. Should I then reason out somehow that because someone said it worked for them, I should forget the chemo and just use tomato juice? Can you see how bizarre that sounds? Perhaps I'll use chemo and tomato juice. Just make sure that the tomato juice you are using is proven safe, chelation therapy, and don't stop the chemo. I am autistic. I also have a family history of cancer. My maternal grandmother died of ovarian cancer, which she developed in her 40s. My maternal aunt recently developed breast cancer, also in her 40s. Most women with ovarian/breast cancer are postmenopausal. They weren't. Because 2 women in my family got breast/ovarian cancer unusually early, doctors are concerned that they may have a BRCA mutation, resulting in a genetic predisposition to those types of cancer. If my grandmother had this mutation, my mother would have a 50% risk of having this mutation. I'd have a 25% chance. There are 2 BRCA genes, BRCA1 and BRCA2. Of families with several high-risk indicators, ovarian and breast cancer, onset before menopause, bilateral breast cancer, and/or male breast cancer, 52% had a BRCA1 mutation and 32% had a BRCA2 mutation. The others may have other genetic susceptibility. By age 70, 87% of female BRCA1 mutation carriers have developed breast cancer. 44% have developed ovarian cancer. BRCA1 mutations also increase the risk of colon cancer and prostate cancer. By 70 years old, 86% of women with BRCA2 mutations have had breast cancer. 27% have had ovarian cancer by that age. People with BRCA2 mutations also have increased risk of prostate, pancreatic, larynx, esophagus, colon, stomach, gallbladder, bile duct, hematopoietic system cancers, and melanoma, skin cancer. Cancer kills people. My mother, on the verge of adulthood, lost her mother. It's literally not the first of the year yet. It was December 28, and already I was looking at 2007 and knowing I couldn't make a single plan. 2007 was already decided for me. Cancer was going to take over the whole year. You never think that's what you're going to be concerned about as you start a new year. You think, I should lose weight this year. I should be a better mom, better wife. You never think, I hope I can survive 2007. That was not a resolution I was thinking about making. I find the comparison between autism and cancer offensive in two ways. It portrays autism as much worse than it really is. It trivializes cancer. Tell my mother that you'd rather your child have cancer than be autistic. She's seen both. She's held her mother's head while she vomited, watched her slowly waste away, heard her cries of pain, mourned her death. She's fought the school for me, listened to me talk in detail about my interests, homeschooled me, worried for my future and whether I will be able to live independently. Just because I can speak and type doesn't mean I can look after myself. Tell her that autism in any way approaches the devastation of cancer. Do you really seriously think, even for a moment, that she'd agree with you? Why would anyone even think autism could be worse than cancer? Let's look at one of those quotes again. Autism is worse than cancer in many ways because the person with autism has a normal lifespan. The problem is with you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, for the rest of your life. My wife and I expect to have responsibility for Adam until we die. We lose sleep over what will become of him after we are deceased. Our financial resources are depleted, so our ability to provide for him is limited. David, Standing Senate Committee on Social Affairs, Science and Technology, regarding the healthcare system in Canada. How is that different from this?
60.000 Reichsmarks kostet diese Erkrankte die Volksgemeinschaft auf Lebenszeit. Volksgenosse, das ist auch dein Geld.
This person suffering from hereditary defects cost the community 60,000 Reichsmarks during his lifetime. Fellow Germans, that is your money too. Obtained from the Wikipedia entry on eugenics. Stop comparing autism to life-threatening illnesses.